Hi, welcome to Live Talk. I'm Dr. Taylor. I'm actually here to talk about fibroids and how is it affecting a large percentage of African American and women today in the United States. I am one of the victims of fibroids, something that I've had ever since I was in my 30s. I didn't notice. Hi, welcome to my show, Live Talk. I'm Dr. Taylor. I'm going to be talking about fibroids today and how it is affecting a large percentage of African American women throughout the United States, including myself. We're going to talk about the pros and the cons of fibroids, the type of foods that you can help to minimize fibroids. We're going to talk about how to maintain iron in your body while you're going through the Weight Watch and See, is what a lot of doctors call it, as an alternative to surgery in relations to fibroids, and just staying overall healthy throughout the process. Fibroids is a tumor that a large percentage of African American women have been getting lately in the uterus, inside and outside and around the uterus, and many doctors do not know what the cause is. At least that's what my doctor told me, that they have speculations or assumptions. So it's up to us to educate ourselves and about how we can help ourselves to minimize the growth of these tumors. And I'm going to talk about some of the things that I've did. I cannot guarantee that it worked for everyone, but it has definitely helped me throughout the years as an alternative to surgery. And one of the things that I did that I'll talk about today was maintaining iron in my body. I noticed that a large percent of African American women, including myself, suffer from anemia in relation to these fibroids because of the heavy bleeding. And I found myself month to month having to constantly maintain enough iron in my body to be able to sustain for the following month. And some of the pointers and things that you can do to help yourself is go out and buy a cast iron pan. They're kind of expensive, but in the long run, they're quite worth it because they have iron in them. So I went out and bought two. I bought one at Macy's, and I think Walmart also sells them online. So you can order them from a host of different kitchenettes or kitchen places or department stores that sell houseware goods. I also did some research. I bought some iron pills, or you could take a multivitamin with iron, but I kind of did both because my iron was really low, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough iron to last me for the next month to deal with the menstrual flow that follows with fibroids. I also ate iron-rich foods, a lot of green, leafy vegetables, liver, which is a very high source of iron in relation to meat, even though I'm not a big meat eater, but again, you have to outweigh the good and the bad, as an alternative. So I did get chicken liver, which is one of the most highest sources of iron in meat. And then there's also beef liver, a lot of iron. So everything, as far as breakfast, I had malted milk with iron. Foods that were rich in iron, raisins, they're high in iron. So you want to really, and this is a commitment, this is a long-term commitment as an alternative to surgery to maintain enough iron in your body, especially for women who are close to menopause. When the doctors put you under the Weight Watch and See and you're close to menopause, and you want to figure out a way to make it to menopause, because the theory is that most women who go through menopause, when they stop their period, the fibroid begins to shrink. Because it has nothing to feed off. It generally feeds off our blood supply. And a lot of the foods that we eat can also cause it to grow. So when you're getting close to menopause, it's a good idea to figure out what it is that's causing your fibroid to grow. A lot of times when you go to the doctor, you notice sometimes it's gotten smaller, sometimes it's gotten larger. And that's what I was kind of going through with my doctor. And I started experimenting on my own self. So I changed my diet as well, in addition to taking a lot of iron and the type of foods that I eat. And I would recommend that most women change their diet to organic food. And organic is not a bad thing. It just simply means that it's food that's not processed with all the different chemicals and pesticides and pills that all these animals are given as a means to either increase their growth factor or just to keep them healthy in order to feed it to humans for human consumption. Or look for meats that says no hormones or no added antibiotics or anything like that, because it's my belief that a lot of the foods that we eat and consume is causing a lot of these growths or these tumors in our bodies. I mean, that's my theory, my belief. So I would suggest that you change your diet, change some of the things that you're eating, take iron pills, and I would regularly every 6 months have my blood checked. And I noticed as a result of changing my diet and making sure that I'm consuming enough iron that I stayed right there each month as far as maintaining enough iron in my body so I don't have to have a blood transfusion or be considered as a patient that really needs to have a hysterectomy, or someone that possibly may want to choose some of the other options that were given to me. Because when you get close to menopause, once the blood supply cuts off and you're eating a more healthier diet, I noticed for myself, I didn't feel the fibroids anymore. I had a very small one, which is about 1 centimeter. And I do have friends and family that I know whose fibroids have grown or enlarged. And a lot of it has to do with some of the foods that we consume and some of the things that we eat. Next Monday, I'll actually talk about different type of foods that we can eat to help reduce fibroids. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching this segment on fibroids and how it's affecting many women, actually, even other women of different races, and how we can conquer this on a more of a health way and a more of a way of dealing with it without having to go under the knife or wanting to keep all of our body parts inside of us without a doctor, suggesting that we have everything removed. I mean, there's an alternative, but there's also a commitment to you and a commitment to yourself to change the way we eat and the way we think and the things that we put into our bodies to maintain a better health. Thank you for watching this segment of Live Talk, and I will talk with you next Monday, and we will talk about further things that we can do, some of the pros and cons, some of the foods and the healthy ways of eating to keep ourselves and our bodies more healthier.